Hello everyone, my name is Marguerite. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Today I'm going to be doing a makeup tutorial with all Beautycounter makeup. If you aren't familiar with Beautycounter makeup, it's all made in the USA. They ban over 1,500 ingredients that are toxic for your skin, for your health, and for the environment. So it's a pretty large number if you think about it. The lady that started it realized that the FDA does not regulate a lot of these ingredients. I don't know if any of you have looked at the ingredients in a lot of your skincare and makeup products. There are a lot of toxic ingredients, and I'm sure there's a lot of ingredients you don't even know how to pronounce or say. Usually that means it's a bad ingredient. It's just kind of scary to think about because, you know, what you put on your face gets absorbed into your bloodstream, and usually you're applying these products day after day that can build up and maybe cause cancer down the road. I don't know, it's just a theory. You didn't hear it from me. It's just scary to think about. So Beautycounter is one of those incredible companies that has made the job easier for you. They've really come a long way. I think they've been around for 5 years now. They have a great makeup line as well as skincare line. So I also have some of the older products that might be a little outdated, and some of their newer products. So I'm just gonna be using all Beautycounter products, giving you some tips and tricks on how you can apply it. And also what I'm most excited about is their new eyeshadow. They launched these beautiful eyeshadow palettes. There's 4 of them. I got the classic. Beautiful packaging, and wait till you see this. Whoa. So of course I'm going to be doing this. So let's get started. Before I zoom in, I already washed my face. I always wash my face before I apply my makeup. It's kind of something you want to think about if you don't do that. And then I applied this. My friend Megan sent me this. This is a newer product. They're Counter Match, and I think it's more geared for oily and acne prone skin. I have very acne prone skin. So I just tried this out for the first time today, but I use this as my moisturizer after I wash my face. Love the smell of it. It felt very smooth, very lightweight. So this is their adaptive moisture lotion. It's supposed to adapt to your skincare needs throughout the day and kind of adjust and control oil throughout the day. So I applied that, and then I applied the Beautycounter Counter Sun, their mineral sunscreen lotion as well. It's good to apply sunscreen every day, even if you're not going outside, because it can protect your skin also from the blue light from your phone, which they say can cause aging, y'all. That is gonna be my main primer. The sunscreen, to me, acts as a primer. Beautycounter doesn't have a primer anyways. Next, my friend didn't send me this. I already had this. It's the Tint Skin Complexion Coverage. I'm just about out. This is in the color Sand, which I think is their medium shade. Love this stuff, and especially if you're applying makeup every day. I feel good about myself when I apply this. I'm gonna work from the back of my hand, by the way. I need to get more. I need to get more of that. And I'm going to be using the Beautycounter brush. Mine doesn't look the best. It's kind of broken. I've had this for like couple years now. Yeah, I'm just gonna work from the back of my hand and first stipple this on just to make sure I'm not going in with too much, and then I'm gonna blend it out. Oh, let me zoom in so you can see this a little better. You know, this is a really good lightweight foundation to apply every day, and it's very hydrating, very dewy. I would almost compare this to the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC cream. Especially, they also have the Skin Dew, which is like a tinted moisturizer. If you don't like foundation, the tinted moisturizer is a great option, and it's just so moisturizing, so silky feeling. I love it. I personally am a type of girl that likes full coverage, so the Tint Skin is more full coverage, but like I'm one of those people that I like applying foundation every day. I mean, obviously not if I'm just staying at home, but if I'm going anywhere, I need a little something on my skin. You always want to get the ears too and bring it down on your neck. Really, in circular motions, go along your jawline. That way, if your color isn't the correct match, no one will know. Then I'm going to apply I thought this was a Beautycounter because it literally looks the same thing, but this is YSL, but they literally look the same thing. So grab your concealer. Again, this is going to be, you know, I'm trying to make this quick because I understand a lot of us are moms with children. We don't have time for a lot of makeup. We just don't. But, you know, if you can get the basics down, like the foundation and concealer, a little blush, a little bronzer, and then you're good to go. But like, this is definitely a little more fancy than just your typical 5-minute tutorial, because I'm gonna go in with the eyeshadow palette, and typically when I'm in a rush, I don't use eyeshadow. Next, I'm going to go in with their blush. I think they still have this, but this is the Beautycounter Color Pinch Cream Blusher in the color Hibiscus. I think a cream blush, whether you are just doing, and I just swirl my brush in there. Swirl your brush in there. I usually tap off, like swirl a little on my hand, just get, cause like some of that, you don't want it too harsh, too pigmented. You just want like a beautiful wash of color. And this brush is great for that, by the way. This is a great like airbrush style brush. This is great for every day, even if you are in a hurry. Just adding a cream blusher can really just add some youthfulness and life to your cheeks. So, you know, if you can only choose between like bronzer or blush, choose the blush, especially a cream blush, because it just makes your skin look so much more hydrated and healthy. I think, you know, if you have really dry skin, cream products are really something you should think about and look into, because, you know, the more powders are drying, so the more powder you're applying all over your face, the drier your skin is gonna get. So the more cream products you apply, just the more dewier and youthful your skin will look. Now I'm gonna set my face with the powder. I used to have the Beautycounter setting powder. They have a loose setting powder, so you can use that. You know, you can use whatever you have. And I have this fun little Beautycounter brush. I think it's their powder brush. But I don't have the Beautycounter one. I ran out. I need to get more of that. So I'm just gonna use this glossier one. I feel like I'm semi-comparable. You Beautycounter ladies might disagree with me. So I like to just gently tap this all over my skin rather than swipe, because you don't want to wipe off all that we did. So then bronzer, and I got this beautiful new Radiant All Over Bronzer Buildable Bronzing Powder. Creates all over warmth. I'm so bad at these packages. Well, this is in the color Surf. So I imagine they have like at least 3 different shades. Look how beautiful that is. And this packaging is beautiful, by the way. They definitely have changed their packaging, because this is what I got. This used to be their bronzer. This is the blush, but the bronzer is the same thing. Look at the difference. I just think this is more sleek looking, the difference. Very impressed. I'm going to use the same brush to add some bronzer. But what I was saying about the foundation is I personally like applying foundation every day. I had a lot of acne growing up, so it's just a self-conscious thing. I like covering up my skin. I don't like bare skin. I'm very self-conscious of it. So, you know, if you're applying foundation day after day, I personally feel good about applying this on my skin, because it's not toxic. There's not a lot of harsh chemicals. It doesn't break me out. And it's good for your skin. I think of it like, you know, everything you apply on your skin gets absorbed. So if you're just like, you know, you really want to think about what you're using. Obviously, I don't use this stuff every day. Like, for example, if I have a wedding, sometimes I go into some non-healthy, more toxic, high-end makeup products that I probably shouldn't be mentioning here, but I do, okay? I do. I can't 100% be good all the time. I just can't. I have to have my cheat days. For most part, 5 days a week, I feel good about applying this on my skin. And I love the coverage. I love how moisturizing it is. Again, it's just good for your skin. It just is. So I cheated a little. I don't have a Beautycounter highlighter because I don't think they have one. So I'm applying a little of this Dose of Colors highlighter. Very toxic though. Now I don't have their newer blushes because I think they changed the packaging. I don't know if they changed the formula. But I have this. Couple years old, but I guess it's their older packaging. This is in the color Flamingo Apricot. I love blush. You know, if you're scared of blush, don't be, because blush is one of those things that can just add youthfulness to your skin. It adds great dimension. It's just beautiful. It makes your skin look healthier, especially a cream blush. If you get too much on, you can kind of blur it out a little. I like taking an airbrush stippling brush. This is by Sigma. Many brands have it, but you can see it's called a stippling. This is the Duo Fiber brush, but it's great for airbrushing your skin and blending in blushes with bronzers and blah blah blah. So I always go over once I do my blush, and it just softens it a little. It softens any lines. helps it not look so harsh and can kind of pick up some of that excess. Again, you want to really blend out that jawline. If you're having a different color, I mean, maybe you have a perfect match. I'm very proud of you if you do. Now that I have all my powder products, I love setting my face before I go in to the eyes. So my favorite is the Pharmacy Skin Dew. This is the Hydrating Essence Mist and Setting Spray. This is another very healthy, plant-based, non-toxic brand. It's free of artificial coloring and a lot of other like fragrances and stuff, but this is like a spa in a bottle, and it just feels so luxurious and so satisfying when I spray this on my face. And the point of spraying this, it's going to hydrate my skin, bring some hydration back, because I just applied a lot of powder products. So this is also going to help the powder products blend in with your cream products and just take away from the powdery look, because you don't want your skin to look powdery. You want it to look youthful, glowing, and like you have really healthy skin. So I spray this, and then I'm going to go back in with this brush that looks very dirty and dab, and that's going to bring because this still has some of that. Let me just show you. You know, if you had a beauty blender, this would be when you go in, and it will just help absorb some of that powder. You can just kind of blot it all over your face and absorb some of the powder. But this still has some of the blush on it, so I just like to dab, and it just kind of brings some of that cream back. Or if it was taken away from powder, you can go back in. You know, I could even go back in with my brush, get a little bit, pick up a little more of that cream blush and just gently dot it out for the final touch. And that's really going to help your skin look healthier and look more hydrated. I think that's a great trick if you have very super dry skin. Yeah, just if you have dry skin, and it just helps your skin look healthier, I think. Okay, now let's go into the eyes. First, I'm gonna do eyebrows. I got this Beautycounter brow pencil, color define. I've had this for a bit, but I always like with the spool end of it, I like standing up the front of my brows first, and then just kind of coloring it in. Definitely don't want too dramatic, but I think brows are great, especially if you're gonna go in with some eyeshadow. It's good to darken and just kind of color in your brows because it helps them stand out a little more, especially if you have a lot on your eyes. It just helps balance out all you got going on, and it just helps you. I find that it helps me look better, you know. I don't know if you've ever forgotten to do your brows. It's not really a good thing. So just fill these bad boys or bad girls in however you want. Everyone's brows are different, so you know, you all have your different preference. I try to not go too heavy, especially in the front, but I like to kind of square mine at the front rather than just have it completely rounded. Just a personal preference.